Rose-based fragrances. I love these. Folks, I'm the fragrant lawyer. I'm a lawyer by profession, but a fragrance aficionado by passion. Today, I'm gonna give you my top 5 rose-based fragrances. Now, some people may say rose-based fragrances are female, they're oriented for women, but the reality is many are quite unisex, and there are some rose-based fragrances that are actually made for men. I'm going to talk about some of those today. I would say all the ones I've selected today are super fragrances, and both men and women can wear them. So I will start with that, and without further ado, let's head into this. All right, so at number 5, this is More Than Words by the house of Xerjoff. So this can be a little bit polarizing, More Than Words, but I don't wear it a lot. I wear it sparingly, but every time I do, if I recall, I find I get compliments. It's just you've got to find the right occasion for this. So we can spray it in here. It's one of those rose-based fragrances that is going to leave a trail. It is very strong, very powerful, but really well blended. Xerjoff did an amazing job with this. You've got notes of ambergris, you've got oud, and then you get some floral notes. You have fruits in there. You've got lavender, agarwood, and rose. The rose, and I would say the oud, sort of dominate this fragrance. Kind of reminds me of Armani's Rose d'Arabie, but I like this one actually better. People talk about a blue beast, but look at this thing. I'm telling you, the juice is just outstanding. It will last all day, but it is, I think, limited in terms of when you could use this, and this is why it's not higher on my list. I would use this on occasions where it's cold, it's an evening. There's a lot of people out there with competing fragrances, and you just want to get noticed, and this is one to go for. I would caution, use, I would say, 2 sprays of this, and that's it. You don't want to be in a position where you choke people out, because that could happen. Now, I've seen reviews, people say, well, there's an olive smell in there, there's a cheese smell. I don't get any of that. It is really, oud, you do get some fruits, and the rose dominates this. But if you haven't tried it, give it a shot. Of course, it's not an everyday fragrance, but it is indeed high quality. So this is number 5, More Than Words, from that amazing house, Xerjoff. Okay, folks, my number 4. This is L'Homme à la Rose from Maison Francis Kurkdjian, easy to say, MFK. It is a lovely, clean fragrance, fantastic for the summer. It is made for men, they say, but I think women could pull this off very well. It is not a rose oud type of fragrance, so it's not going to take you where you would with More Than Words or Rose d'Arabie or another one that I'm going to talk about next, actually. A very clean smell. You start off with some grapefruit. You've got some Damascus rose oil in this. You've got some amber. You've got some wood accords. You've got sage oil. You have some Rose Absolute and Cistus Lavender oil, okay? Very high quality. I love MFK fragrances. This today actually has been my fragrance of the day, so I'll just put another one on. It's just so clean. Starts out, you get that grapefruit right away, and the rose is a very clean rose. It is a high quality summer fragrance. I look at this L'Homme de la Rose as a daytime fragrance for both men and women. To me, on my skin, it leans a bit masculine. I love it. I put it on today. It's a hot day outside, actually. I'm probably gonna go for a swim after filming this. So a great fragrance to try. It is not offensive. You could wear this as a signature summer fragrance, okay? L'Homme à la Rose, this is number 4 by the house of MFK. All right, number 3 is really a heavy hitter. This is Oud Ispahan by Christian Dior. Not technically niche, and neither is the MFK, of course, but these are luxury niche quality, and the price range is up there with the niches, okay? It's such a high quality, well blended fragrance. I think this is one of their best from their private line, Dior. You start out with some lavender. You've got a bit of Indonesian patchouli in this. Oud essence from Laos. You've got some Turkish rose in this, and I'm really getting that, and sandalwood as well. It is a mysterious fragrance. I've worn this in evening time, and I always get compliments on this. It is richer and more luxurious than More Than Words, and that is why it is number 3. Both men and women can wear this. Men, if you're not really into rose fragrances, you probably don't want to try this one. But I love it. It's a compliment getter. Again, this is a 1 or 2 spray fragrance. And the reason is it has a great, I would say, sillage. You know, it's gonna be good 6-7 feet around, even with one spray. Okay, it will last through the night. You don't have to reapply it. I don't think it's a daytime fragrance. It is a fall or winter fragrance to me, but so classy. I don't use it as much as I should. Having brought it out, I'm gonna start using this a lot more. We're the summer now, but you know, in the evenings, I wouldn't hesitate to use this one. Great when you're dressed up. You know, women, you're in an evening dress, a cocktail dress. Men, you're in a tuxedo. This is the one to turn to if you want to get noticed. Fantastic, well blended, a good rose fragrance. This is Oud Ispahan from the house of Dior. Next, now we have at number 2. This is Lyric Man from Amouage. I absolutely adore this fragrance. The opening, you know, you might say, oh, is this really for men? Trust me, it is. You know, it does start out with some really clean rose accords. You know, you get, I would say bergamot. It's an interesting cap here, pretty tight. Okay, you start off with some bergamot, you've got some lime, but the rose always dominates. It's supposed to come in the heart notes, but I get it right off the bat, okay? And sorry, I shouldn't say dominate, I should say present. It's always present. It doesn't dominate, okay? It's just a fresh, clean, wonderful fragrance. And I'll go through the rest of the notes and I'm going to tell you how it dries down as well, because that's very important here. So bergamot and lime, you start out rose, you've got some angelica, you've got some orange blossom on this, you've got some spicy ginger, you've got green cardamom, and then you've got some pine, you've got sandalwood, vanilla, musk, and there is frankincense in this. What do I get out of this? I get the bergamot, I get the lime, I get, you know, a clean vibe. I can smell the sandalwood on it as it dries down, and there is certainly rose in it. Rose, it's not a rose that's gonna project and you're gonna be 10 feet or 6 feet like some of the others I've just talked about. This will actually stay close to your skin. Maybe your bubble would be 2 feet or 3 feet. People coming in to shake your hand, to hug you, they're gonna smell it and they're gonna love it. I wear this a lot actually, probably more so than some of the other ones, because I do find it can be wearable day or night, any season. You can really put this on. It is not one of those, you know, it's not if you want to stand out with leather and oud, it's not that. It's if you want, you know, if it's not a Dior Sauvage where you got all the freshness. It is just a clean, good, well blended fragrance with good rose notes, clean rose notes, clean musk, clean vanilla, clean bergamot, clean lime. It's just, it's one, you know, you wear it to work, you wear it out at night. This fragrance is signature fragrance worthy. It really becomes you. And out of all the fragrances I've talked about, it probably is the most versatile. Okay, that is Lyric Man by the House of Amouage, a fantastic fragrance. All right, in my opinion, the number 1 rose-based fragrance, hands down, is Ombre Nomade by the House of Louis Vuitton. It is just so captivating, this fragrance, for men and women. You wear this at night, you wear it on a date, you wear it when you want to get noticed and when you are dressed up. Okay, you know, some people say don't wear it in the summer. I think it's year round, but it is evening. You know, you've got people around you, you want them to notice you. Don't spray a lot of this one. It's one of those as well, because the rose and the oud does come out. I would say, you know, again, 1 or 2 sprays with this. You want to, if you really want to be brave, go 3. Do not go more than that. You'll just push people away, and you'll have people coughing. You don't want that, especially after the initial application. Starts out with some fruity notes of raspberry and geranium. Then the rose and the saffron kicks in. The saffron, you know, many would say, well, that takes it to, you know, the feminine for women, but hear me out. It is very unisex. On men, it does smell different than it does on women. It depends on your skin texture, okay? You know, so the rose and the saffron, and as it dries down, you have oud, you've got benzoin, you've got some incense, and amberwood and birch in this. It is just so well blended. I think, you know, it's one of their Louis Vuitton's richest fragrances. I mean, that just really alluring, a dark, brooding, lovely, sexy fragrance. This is Ombre Nomade. It is number 1. You know, I could say, well, it's not the most versatile because I probably wouldn't wear this in the day. I tend not to, or in the summer heat. Some people may, but it just smells so good throughout, whether it's the beginning, the middle, or the dry down. It is just a fantastic fragrance. And, you know, I think the rose is it a rose dominant? I think the rose is there all the time. The interplay between the oud and the rose is there, as well as with the sort of fruity notes as well. But clearly to me, the rose is dominant in this fragrance. This is Ombre Nomade. So folks, there you have it. My top 5 rose-based fragrances. And I have other ones and I could have put them in here. I just found all these very unique and just fantastically well blended. All right, folks, if you like this video, please like, please subscribe. Please follow us on TikTok and Instagram. We've got a number of videos on there that have actually gone viral. So, you know, the channel is really taking off and I really appreciate all the support I get from the viewers out there. If there's a fragrance that you like that's rose-based, let me know. If you disagree with my collection or my suggestion here, and tell me what you like. If there are fragrance of other genres you want me to talk about, whether it be woody, citrus, fresh, it doesn't matter. Let me know. And if I have it, I'll try it out and talk about it. If I don't have it, I'll go get it and I'll do a review for you folks. So there you have it, folks. My top 5 rose-based fragrances. The Fragrant Lawyer, out.